give me a wave with the other hand when you're going to press go. Okay. This is Yuval Shomron, and we're right on the Gaza border with Israel. There is firing and explosions going on in the background. Unfortunately, we don't know exactly what's happening because we get this kind of news a little later. We do know that earlier today, and you can see a plume of smoke right over that way that's still there. It's been there for about 2 hours since we've been on this hill, and that was a gasoline station that was set on fire by an explosion. And then if we look back over this direction, we've got flashes going on right now and explosions. And this is basically, we're looking here at the Jabalia refugee camp right behind us. Now if we pan over this way a little bit, we're going to see how close we are to Ashkelon. The two smokestacks you see in the background are part of the Ashkelon power plant. And then come this way a little bit, we've got the city of Ashkelon. And this is how close we are, just a few kilometers from the Jabalia refugee camp, which is where the rockets are being fired from into the north. Right now, I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but we have helicopter gunship sounds overhead, and we're waiting to see what happens there. Of course, we're not hoping there are explosions, but we know they're happening all the time. So as we look back over us here, the sun's getting close to going down here in Israel, and the action has started up again after being pretty quiet this afternoon. So we're praying for people on both sides. We're praying for our soldiers. We're praying no innocent civilians get hurt, but we know that this Gaza operation is very important, and Israel has to finish it so that its citizens no longer have to live under this threat of constant rocket and mortar fire. So from this vantage point you can see, and if I can ask my colleague here to turn around and just completely do a 180, we can see on the other side of the hill, when we get around there, you'll see houses, and that only another kilometer, 1.1 kilometers that way, is the city of Sderot. That's the roofs you see in the background. So between the city of Sderot and the Jabalia refugee camp back around the other section is only about 2.5 miles altogether, just about 4 kilometers. So you can understand the problem and how easy it is to fire rockets from there. Now we do hear helicopters overhead. They're probably very faint for you in the background, but we know there's still a lot going on. This morning there were again a number of rockets fired into Israeli cities very early in the morning, and of course that's the time the kids are out going to school. Although even though some schools have opened, a lot of parents are keeping the kids home in any case. But people go to work, and so the terrorists often try to find people when they're busy and out in the street so they can kill more people. That's the simple truth of the matter. And then in the evening again it starts up. So we're getting close to the evening and when the sun's going to go down, and sometimes it starts up again. And if we can pan over to the right over here, you'll see that we're not the only reporters up here. They're all over this hill, and they're here from all kinds of places in the world. My colleague over here on the left nearby to us was just doing a report in Italian, and we're getting ready for a Chinese reporter to do his thing right now. People are here from everywhere because everyone's interested. There's another big explosion in the background, and we look for the plume of smoke to come up shortly after. In the meantime, we're here on the hill and just trying to guess what's going on. The smoke that's coming up now is a little farther south than Jabalia. It could be as far south as Beit Hanun, but we can't really see it over here because there's a hill between us and Beit Hanun. But all of what you're seeing is the Gaza area. It's not huge. It's a small area. And I'm going to have to sign off because of this.